Hi, I am Dee.
Hello, this is Yanis.
We are Giannis and Dee. Woohoo!
Welcome to our show.
Welcome to our show. Welcome to our insanity. Yes. Let's talk about the Winter Olympics.
You know how much I love Winter Olympics. When I was watching the Winter Olympics, when I was going to cheer for our amazing Chinese athletes, and somebody keep interrupting me. And she made me like, I have to give up cheering for them. And I cannot cheer for them right now.
You can cheer for them. You can go, yay, China.
Yay, China, but I cannot watch it. That's the
I was really surprised. I mean, many American athletes did not do so well this year. You know,
they're doing well, actually.
They're doing so-so. Usually America is really good. Russia's only doing so-so too. I mean, it's fun to see other countries just take over some of these slots. It's kind of cool.
The Russian athletes, especially figure skating, they are really good at it. Watching their show is like, oh, really amazing.
I love watching the figure skating, no matter who's doing it. It's a beautiful, beautiful sport. That is one of the great things happening with the Olympics is, you know, these people who practice and work very hard every day, they get to show off their skills. And I think that is so cool. When we're talking about the Olympics, what do you think is the most important thing in the Olympics?
Olympic spirit, never give up.
Well, yeah, there is that. But in these Beijing Olympics, I think my favorite thing is Bing Duen Duen.
Yes, Bing Duen Duen. You know, in China, it's like all the Chinese people would like to have one Bing Duen Duen. But if we go to the official website, it would be like happen sold out in 1 second. It's ridiculous.
Now, I want to get one. Who don't know what Bing Duen Duen is, Bing Duen Duen, as I'm showing you right now, this is our mascot for the Winter Olympics. He is a little panda bear. If you look up in his little left hand, he has a heart because China loves to be hospitable and they love their Olympic athletes and they love the spectators.
Yeah, it's like when you high five with the Bing Duen Duen, it's like have a little heart in there. It means he's expressing his love to you.
I know, isn't he cool?
Yeah.
And when you look at the beautiful colors around his face, that represents the technology that's being brought forth in this Olympics, which is kind of amazing. I'm so impressed. Now, the little red guy beside Bing Duen Duen is Xu Ran, and he is for the Paralympic Winter Games. And those will also be in Beijing. Xu Ran is really cute, but I would have liked him to be the tiger as opposed to being a lantern. Maybe I should have put that into the Olympic Committee. Because although China did have to approve it, the Olympic Committee is the one who chooses these. And these were chosen out of 5,800 submissions worldwide. I think Bing Duen Duen, though, he is so cool. Look at him. I want mine to get here. I am so excited. I really am. And I got the Spring Festival Bing Duen Duen. That is so cool, you know?
So where's the picture? Spring Festival Bing Duen Duen. Or the people did not get to see it.
Oh, you want to see the Spring Festival Bing Duen Duen. You just are going crazy because I got a Bing Duen Duen.
I am. Do you have
I
a
know.
picture?
I will get it. I'm getting it. Wait a minute. I mean, he is so awesome. But the Spring Festival Bing Duen Duen is so cool.
So expensive. Even in China, it's like 180 RMB for one little doll in China. It's ridiculous, actually. And
I know.
all of the Chinese people are crazy for it.
Well, that is because, you know, we just got out of Spring Festival and it is Bing Duen Duen. Plus, they dress the spring. Here, let me make this one smaller so I can fit it all on our page.
I sent
The
it to
Spring
you on WeChat.
Festival Bing Duen Duen, which is the one I just got, which I am so happy about. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe what I got was a knockoff Bing Duen Duen. No? Yeah. You know how I know? And, you know, I don't mind it being a knockoff because I really didn't pay like big money like you guys do. But here I will show you. Here we go.
Bing Duen Duen. I want to get one. I was trying my best, but I still cannot get one.
See, on yours, the real Bing Duen Duen, not the knockoff one, in the belly, it has Beijing 2020, and mine, the belly has nothing.
I told you that is the fake Bing Duen Duen.
That's okay. I have a Bing Duen Duen. Fake or real does not matter. He will not know he is fake. And I will still get to hug him. And he is still a very cool Spring Festival panda. The pandas are amazing creatures. So pretty much, other than not having the little stamp on his belly, he looks so cool. I love Bing Duen Duen.
It is cute. You did not show them his tail. Its tail.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Here, let me.
Its little tail.
Let me just. I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. Yeah, mine even has the same tail. The only thing mine is missing is the
stamp.
Yeah, the stamp on the belly. I don't know. We'll see when it arrives. We'll see when it arrives. Although Amazon is pretty cool about getting stuff correct. You know. And when we look at Bing Duen Duen, look at that little bitty tail. It's so cute. It's got the little panda tail, So yeah, yeah, look at him. He is so adorable. Who doesn't want a Bing Duen Duen? Even if he wasn't the mascot for the Olympics, I would get him just because he is so freaking cute. Okay.
Just because he's the mascot of the Olympics, so many people want to have one.
Oh, I think he's just so cute. I love him just as he is. It is amazing. I mean, with all of the health restrictions that are going around the world right now, China has been able to pull off the Olympics and do it safely. It is so, it speaks to a level of hospitality of the Chinese people. I think that is so cool.
So cool.
And, you know, we were talking the other day about jobs. And although the Olympics creates a lot of jobs, the Olympics only happens once every 4 years in major cities. And the rest of the world, because of the current health situations, many of them are looking for work. But it is going to be harder to find work now. Many jobs have been taken over by robots. I was reading in The Economist this week. The newer robots are smarter, they're faster. Like in a warehouse where there used to be, let's say, 1,000 jobs. Now there's only going to be like 10. You will have all of the robots and the people to supervise them, you know? Amazon started using them in fulfillment centers. Now they have more than 350,000 robots. And as an employer, robots can be kind of cool. They don't need cigarette breaks. They don't need health insurance, well, maintenance, but even so, it's not what it would, it's not the cost of a human. So yeah, these robotics are doing wonderful things, but now humans are going to be pushed into finding new venues of work. What do you think, Yanni?
I think the employer would be really happy about the robots because they don't need to, the robots, they don't need to sleep, they don't need to eat, and the employer
They don't need a vacation.
Yeah, they don't need a vacation. Even vacation is like they don't need anything except electricity, and that's it. This is all of the things that they need. So the employers would be really happy. Just like in the Beijing Olympics, you can see a lot of robots. They are making tea for the audience, for the guests, and they are giving red packets to the tourists, and they're showing the welcome to the tourists. You can see a lot of robots in the Beijing Olympics too.
I know. I think that is so cool. To a point. Those used to be jobs that were handled by people.
Yeah.
So now people are no longer making that money. It's the robot doesn't need to make the money. Once you pay for the robot, it's yours. But when we talk about robots, we have to remember they're being built with, I don't know, better components. This new 600 series, more than half of the components to it are 3D printed. This allows them to optimize the robot. And, you know, here, let me show you something. Some people think that robots, they're not as much that they're going to take over the world, so to speak, but that they're going to start thinking like a human. And that's something to think about, you know? Are we going to be able to transfer intelligence to robots? Or is it going to be what they call the button box scenario? Have you heard about that? Have you heard about the button box, Yanni?
No.
Okay, button box theory talks about robots. It talks about machinery in general. If we do with the machine like we did with an animal and put a button on the side of the box and made that machine think that it was a good thing to have that button pushed, well, soon it would do things to make us push the button, and then it would realize it could get another machine to push that button, and it doesn't need us anymore. So we would no longer be part of that equation. And they wouldn't need humans. And when they don't need humans, they'll get rid of us. It was, I can't remember who actually came up with button box theory. Wait a minute, I can find that out for us. Do they talk about this in your classes?
No, they never talk about this in the classes. But as I watch the Chinese news, it's like about Beijing Olympics. A lot of foreigners, they are so surprised that there are so many robots. I'm making tea for them.
Yeah.
Robots are making Chinese tea for them. They were just so surprised about the new technology.
One thing. I have the theory. If a computer were to be programmed to feel rewarded by having a button press every time, eventually the computer would search for more efficient ways to get the reward. I don't see who created the theory. It's not telling me who the researcher was that came up with it. Maybe one of our viewers will know who that is and be able to tell us, you know?
That would be cool.
Yeah. It was kind of neat. Last week I got a few comments, believe it or not, and in the DM. And I love getting direct messages from our viewers. And they were talking to me. Number one, people were commenting about how good your English is, Yanni. Did you know that?
That would not be true.
It is very true, sweetie. I know your English is good. And many people out there now do too.
I did not see any comment on YouTube.
No, that came in direct message. Yeah, there was a comment on YouTube. Somebody said that they really liked it and they were waiting for the next show, which was cool. I thought it was so awesome.
Yeah, this is our second show.
Yes,
our next show would be, we have another guest, right?
Yeah, we have a guest for our next show. And he will be from the UK, so that will be awesome. But now let's get back to our show, and we need to talk about our animals. You know how I am about the animals.
Yeah.
When we're talking about aquatic animals, we really need to start thinking about how we can improve life for them. When we think about it, it's not, you know, people, oh, the global warming, and it's not that global warming isn't happening, it is. But there are many horrific things happening around the world that really could be prevented, should be prevented, but people, I was at the beach yesterday, and it's one of my favorite beaches. It's where I like to kayak a lot. But where I should have been looking out at a greenish brown seagrass bed, it was all black. That was horrific. The fact that it was all black, that tells me all of that seagrass had died. Now, granted, this is the beginning of February, and, you know, but that should still, this is Florida, that should be like a greenish brown bed, not the bright green grass of summer, but like the dull green, you know. And as I watched this, in an article in TC Palm, they were talking about the Indian River Lagoon, but many areas around Florida, manatees are an endangered species. They are beautiful. Some of them caught people in the olden days. Do you know that sailors used to think they were mermaids?
What?
Yeah, back in the olden days, they would lay out, and when they laid out and they would blah, you know, it sounded like this funky song that they make. But yeah, sailors used to think they were mermaids. I guess they were hard up. I'm not really sure. But these are wonderful, amazing creatures. I have two of them that I have friends that are out on the coast, and they will go to my friend's house and like beat on their decks until they call me up and say, come, and then we go out and paddle together. They're amazing creatures. They're so much fun. But right now, because people are not mixing their boat fuel correctly, or in no wake zones, they're, oh, I can go as fast as I want. I have a boat, you know. You wouldn't think about driving 100 miles an hour through a freaking neighborhood. Well, that's their neighborhood. How rude is it that these people are doing this? And there's big posted signs that say no wake, or they say seagrass bed, and these idiots just vroom right through them. And I was sitting out there yesterday. There were 4 different boats that went by me, and you could smell the diesel fuel. It was disgusting. Or there was 2 little boats that went by, and there were many, many boats. So don't get me wrong. Out of maybe 50 boats, I am talking about like 6 of them. But 6 is all it takes. And suddenly the seagrass bed is gone because these people are not doing the correct thing. And now these animals are going without food. So Joe, the Schmuckenheimer, who, I can drive my boat as fast as I want. Yeah, dude, you just killed a manatee. Thank you. Have a nice day. You killed a creature that, you know, you couldn't fathom its kindness. So you're an idiot, you know? I shouldn't say things like that, but it's true. That's how I feel about it. These you know, they're endangered, so you can't swim up to them. You're not supposed to touch them. You're not supposed to feed them. But rather than have a huge dieback, in certain areas, people have been feeding the manatees. Wait, I will show you. And this is a state-sponsored thing. This is here in Florida, not all over the world. But it is something worth knowing. Look at this creature, Yanni. He's so cute.
See it. I cannot see it right now.
How come you cannot see it? He's right there. Can you see it now?
Yeah. Rhino?
No, it's not a rhino. Rhinos are on land. They don't go in the water. This is a manatee.
What?
Yeah, dude. They're in the water. They're like giant puppy dogs of the water. If you are swimming, they will swim up to you. Well, in certain places, I think like Australia and out that way, they're called dugong. But here in Florida, we call them manatees. And they eat lettuce. They eat seagrass. It's not like they will bite you or anything. In certain places in Florida, they have snorkel tours where you get, you know, put on your snorkel gear and you get in the water and you swim with them, and they will swim up to you. I have had them literally climb out of the water and onto my kayak.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they are so cute. They're so fun. They're like having a cute little puppy dog, you know. They're amazing creatures. That's why we need to protect them. I mean, it kind of gets like that rhino we talked about last week. When we lose an animal in the food chain, it's not just the animal we lose. Manatees keep the seagrass beds where they're supposed to be. And in the seagrass beds live many other creatures. So if we lose a manatee, we're not losing one creature, we're losing 6 different types of vegetation and 12 other creatures, you know. Everything is connected, and we always have to remember that. Kind of like I'm connected to you, Yanni. My other half.
I am not endangered species.
Yes, you are. You are my best friend. That makes you endangered species. And if you don't believe me, turn on your TV.
Where's my TV?
I don't know. Maybe back at the dorm.
Seriously?
I don't know. A lot of people don't even use TV anymore. I mean, cable is like the unicorn. It's something that was here once and is gone forever now, because we're coming into the streaming wars where people can be a little bit more picky. Are they doing a lot of streaming in China, Yanni?
No, but they do some of it.
In America, I mean, I cut my cable off last month. There really was no point. I was paying, it made me very angry. I was paying out $150 a month just for cable. And then to have it, I wasn't getting the shows I wanted because the shows I wanted were on these streaming channels. And I'm like, really? It made me angry. Like the Discovery Channel. Oh, we will show you this much on cable TV, but if you want the rest, pay $9.95 a month and you can have us. And it was like, so now there are streaming wars, but how do you know which one's worth it? I mean, the average family is not going to watch 20 different things, and they don't need that much. The lady at the cable company told me the average person who is paying $150 a month for cable is now paying about $200 a month in streaming. I'm like, that's ridiculous. I said, who watches that much TV?
Somebody who is retired. They have got nothing to do but to watch TV.
Right, but even at that, they're only going to watch, you're only going to watch so many channels. It's like my mother. My mother watches Lifetime. And other than that, she watches the news, which in America, that's kind of entertainment. It's not real. What is? They lie so much. The media lies so much in this country. It's disgusting. But when I think of streaming, look at Disney. Disney's worth $260 billion. And they've just started it's 2 years old now, they're streaming. And they've got 60 million subscribers. If I had a little kid, that would be awesome. But I don't have a little kid, so I don't need Disney. Apple TV has enough subscribers now that they're phasing out all of their free trials. So no matter who you are, you're going to pay for it. Netflix has become its own channel. Morgan Stanley now thinks that Netflix is going to have a total growth of 15%. Now, if I am paying for streaming, which I do, I use Amazon, I use Hulu. I can see those because they have many channels to them. It is easy to pay for that. I didn't mind paying for cable, but in these digital wars, if we want to call them that, you have to think about the fact that it is the end of cable. Nobody wants to buy. I don't know, because CCTV is different than what we have here. Here, you turn on your cable channel and, so-and-so TV is no longer going to carry this channel because they are refusing to pay our price. And it's like, I don't want to be part of your TV wars. That is not where I'm at. I'm here to relax and be entertained. So streaming just makes more sense. And it's kind of like I stream Amazon because I can get my favorite shows and I don't have to watch all the bloody commercials. I don't care whose dog is dying. I don't care what kind of coffee you like. I don't care what kind of Pilates you want to do. I want to watch TV. That's why I'm here. So I like being without the commercials. Do they have commercials on TV in China, Yan?
Yes. I think like TV, no matter where you are, you're gonna see many commercials. You will be able to see a lot of commercials. Even you go to Youku. It's like Youku is like Chinese YouTube.
Right.
But that is like the streamline. And you can choose the topic or choose the program, not a program, it's like a channel. Choose the channel that you like. Just
YouTube
like the
gives
Chinese
you the option.
YouTube.
You can YouTube for free and you have the commercials. Or you can pay to stream YouTube and no commercials. Yes. I hate commercials. I hate commercials.
I hate them too. When I was like watching my favorite Cantonese movie, I really loved them. It's like I watch them like twice a week or 3 times a week. I keep watching them. When it comes to like the scene that I really like, I really want to know what happened next. And then here comes the commercials. I hated it so much.
Well, it's not, I don't know about China. Here in America, you cannot see cigarettes on the TV. They cannot show that advertisement because of addiction and the addiction that cigarettes create. Well, the biggest addiction in this country right now is pills. And they are constantly doing commercials for, oh, here is this medicine. I don't need the 5-year-old sitting across from me to know why grandpa is taking Viagra. I think they're putting way too much that belongs in a doctor's office on my TV. I mean, I would rather see the Marlboro Man and have a kid see the Marlboro Man riding a horse across the prairie than actually knowing why grandpa needs Viagra. I don't like the fact that we have so many, but then it gets back again to the FCC in this country not doing their job. And we're not going to go there because I don't want to get in trouble. Now, one of the final things we kind of need to talk about today, and one of your favorite subjects, it is a favorite subject for most Chinese people, education. It's a big deal. And I don't know if you heard, but this week in Dollywood, well, I don't know if it's this week or next week, the employees of Dolly Parton's Dollywood will receive tuition and books. You have a job, tuition, and books. How cool is that? That's like a perk. Oh my God, right? They announced that they're going to pay 100% of tuition and books for employees who wish to further their education. They are going to offer access to more than 100 degree programs like business administration, finance, technology, marketing. I think this is so cool for a woman who has done nothing her whole life except promote how to make yourself better. Dolly Parton has to be like one of the coolest women on the planet. She does not put anyone down. She doesn't care about race, creed, color, sexual orientation. She doesn't care about any of that. She just wants you to be the best person you can be. She has had, even though she doesn't have children, she had a big family. She raised a lot of her brothers and sisters. Her nieces and nephews generally call her granny. She has promoted literacy around the world. She has donated over 100 million books to children. I mean, think about that, 100 million books. How cool is that? How many people do you know? I mean, we have Jack Ma, we have Jeff Bezos, we have all of these people who, oh yes, come to my school, pay much money. She's not saying that at all. She's like, if you want to go to school, I'll pay for it. If you want to learn to read, I'll pay for it. I don't know anybody. I really don't know anybody that says, it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter your nationality, your sex. None of that matters. All that has to matter is you want to read or you want to learn. That's got to be like one of the biggest legacies in history. That ranks right up there with Dale Carnegie. You know, we have so many millionaires in the world now, billionaires, whatever. Who's going to step up to Dolly Parton? Is it going to be Jack Ma or Elon Musk? Is one of them going to say, look, all of my employees, I will pay your tuition. Children of the world, write me a letter. I will send you a book. Which one of them is going to do that? Which one of them is going to do something so the minds of the world grow? Whether you are rich or poor does not matter. I mean, Jack Ma does have Alibaba. And he does have the Alibaba College, you know, and that is very cool. But how many of his employees get to go to school for free?
But
Just
he
saying.
actually he pays for a lot of kids' tuition too.
That is great. Does he?
And he has already donated a lot of money to schools. That's true. He's like talk about something that in his show that is like, I don't need a lot of money. I don't need a lot of money.
He is one of my favorite people for that. I mean, you know, I think I relate to him because he started out as an English teacher, much like me. And he has done a lot of good in the world. I like Jack Ma a lot. He, like Dolly Parton, is changing lives. I don't see that happening or hear about that happening with Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk. I have seen some people do things, but they do them in such a half-baked or half-cocked way. Like, we have one rich woman here in America who, if you're Black, she will help you. But if you are not Black, she does not really want to help you. And she went as far as to set up a school in Africa. But the problem was the girls in that area, they could not attend at least 1 week out of the month. And, you know, there were things that were not thought of before they set that up, you know. Yanni, where did you go, Yanni? You are frozen. I guess she is going to reconnect with us. It happens sometimes that way, you know. we're dealing with an international show. So sometimes we have to think about a lot of what happens around the world with the internet. And right now she is telling me on the WeChat, she is reconnecting with us. Sometimes some places in the area, different areas of the world, the internet is either not strong, and you do reconnect. I find often when I'm using WhatsApp that happens. Well, we will keep going and we will hopefully see Yanni here in a few minutes. And while we are waiting for her, let me tell you some more about Dolly Parton. I guess I'm impressed that any celebrity or owner would jump in and make this kind of commitment. But Dolly Parton has been a loving woman since the 1960s. Here in these three pictures, you can see her in the 60s, the 80s, and now in 2000. It's really cool to see that somebody is going this far out of their way when they don't have to. There is no parameters on her love. There is no protocols on her love. She is just a freely loving spirit. You can be any color. You can be from anywhere in the world. All you have to do is work for her or help her in any way, and she's going to give you a free education. And I think that says a lot for Dollywood. Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, you are on our radar. Oh, Yanni, you are back with us. Yay.
Yeah. I cannot believe that. I was thinking about you are frozen.
No, I am not frozen. I was sitting here talking to you and you were like, I'm like, wait a minute, she's not moving.
I was
but
like,
I was
what?
also,
Because
go ahead.
the VPN is not working just now. The VPN was not that stable, but I really forgot that I don't need the VPN to use Zoom. Oh, so sad.
I know, it is amazing, isn't it?
Sad.
And VPN, for those of you who don't know what it is, but probably have heard the term, is a very personal or very private network. And it allows you to come from different places in the globe than where you are at that might have a stronger connection. It enables you to be private.
Yeah, just like in China, I am not allowed to use Google. So without a VPN, I cannot go to Google. I cannot use Pearson to read a lot of books. I cannot go to YouTube without a VPN. It's ridiculous.
By the way, I just renewed your Pearson.
Seriously?
Yeah, I went through last night on the card.
I did not know it.
It automatically renews.
Oh.
See, Dolly Parton is not the only one who pays for things.
Oh, does she support Chinese students?
No, but I do.
You are the Chinese Dollywood.
I am the Chinese. Well, I have the right color hair. See, look, wait, I will show you. We were just talking about Dolly Parton while you were away from us. Now, if you look at these three pictures, the first one you see Dolly, that was late 60s, early 70s.
What? She does not look that old.
No, that was 1969, 1970. In the middle one, I would say that is around the mid 1980s. And on the right-hand side, she is that old now because she's older than me. And you can see she's just a really beautiful woman. And it's amazing. She has a really super beautiful heart. One day when we lose her, we will lose a lot. And people will not understand until she is gone, I don't think. It's kind of like Jack Ma. I mean, he on his own is impressive. You know, some of these people, can you picture? Well, for Dolly Parton, it's different. She started at 10 years old. Jack Ma started from a different place. He started by teaching on tour buses. And then he became an English teacher. He is an amazing man unto himself. But here are two people that they fully understand the best way to create change in the world is to educate people. And if our show does that, then I am very happy. You know, I hope, it is my hope with this show that we make people think. I know, crazy. I want people to think. What are your hopes with the show, Yanni?
Let Chinese people or people who do not know English will be able to understand what we are talking about.
I think it is amazing that you are showing people English might be difficult to learn, but you've gotten well, you've mastered it fairly well.
No, actually, I do not speak good English, but I am keep trying. And that is the most important point. No matter how bad you are right now, at least you are trying, and that's enough.
That's a good
That's
thing
what I am showing. Just like in the show, I am not like being intelligent. I am being so stupid. I'm telling people that I don't know anything, but it really does not matter. At least you're trying, just like me right now.
You are intelligent, though, Yanni. You are smarter than most people I know. I can't stand you know, you have people who, if they don't know, they are ignorant, and ignorance I can deal with. But people who know the right thing and they don't do it, that's stupid, and I can't handle stupid people. And you have always been intelligent. I enjoy having you around. I know this time we look like the bobbing head, right? Every so often, if I lean in, you can see the microphone thing here.
Microphone. This is my microphone. Oh,
no, that is your cup, not a microphone. This is a microphone.
This is my microphone. Chinese microphone. Unique one.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to our show. This is Dory and Yanis. Now it's the time to be crazy.
A little bit.
Boom,
all right,
boom,
girly. Well, we will sign this off and we will see our next show. Bing dwen dwen. Bing dwen dwen. Bing dwen dwen. Woo!
When you get it, you're going to show it to other people. And in the next show, we are going to have our guest.
Yes, Chris Bilton will be with us in our next show. Yeah. And when the Bing Dwen Dwen comes in, believe me, it is going to be on the show because everybody needs to see Bing Dwen Dwen. He is so awesome.
The cute little panda.
All right, girly. Until next week. Bye-bye.
If you like our show, like and subscribe.
Bye. Bye-bye.